So I woke up at 8:15 on Friday morning, which is not the time I usually wake up on Friday mornings. I usually set my alarm for about 7:50, but 8:15 was the time my alarm clock decided to wake me up, so I had no choice but to go along with it. This meant I had 15 minutes to make it to my first class, which starts at 8:30. I made it, with little time to spare. Afterwards, I met up with my friend Gail and we walked back to residence, where we found the building to be decked out in Super Mario Bros. Characters. Back at Res, I nommed some cereal, checked my YouTube subscriptions, got mad at the internet, which went down again.
Irritating. So very irritating.
Printed off PowerPoint slides for my next class, wasted paper, and put on 2 hoodies, because my is it ever Canadian outside. As I was getting ready to leave for my next class, I found this note stuck up beside the mirror in the bathroom. I have looked in the mirror and asked myself, if today were the last day of my life, would I want to do what I'm about to do today? And whenever the answer has been no for too many days in a row, I know I need to change something. Steve Jobs. This got me thinking, and I mean thinking about something more than what's that nasty stench. That nasty stench turned out to be this nasty towel. I'll let you decide for yourself what the white stains are. As I headed to my next class, I thought about how I would answer Steve Jobs' question. The short answer is no. I wouldn't want to spend my last day in school. Don't get me wrong, I'd rather enjoy my classes most of the time. I just could find better things to do on my last day. Did this really mean I needed to change, though? I made it to my next class just fine, sat through an hour-long lecture, then headed up the stairs for a psychology study. And all that time my mind kept being drawn back to the quote. To be honest, I didn't even know what I would have wanted to do on my last day on Earth. Maybe hang out with friends, doing as much as I could in the span of the day. I doubt that I would have even touched my computer, did any homework, fought with my printer, fought with the internet. I would have needed to make every moment count, and with what I was doing, every moment didn't count. But did this mean that I needed to change? I got home and did some homework, then slacked off and played some guitar. All the while I couldn't help but be struck by the dullness that had been my day so far. If today had been my last day, it would have been a pretty uneventful one. 4 o'clock rolled around, and so at last I slammed shut the books, put down my guitar, and headed over to meet a friend so that we could go watch superhero movies at her house. As I walked toward the library, I finally figured out my answer to Steve Jobs' quote, and it went something like this. If someone had told me this morning that this would be the last day of my life, I would have found a million different ways to spend it, and none of them would have been going to school. But with where I am in my life right now, I can't live every day as if it's my last. I need to go to school to learn some stuff before I can go out on my own and start doing what I really want to do. You have to get through the mundane to get to the awesome. And so that's exactly what I'm doing. I went to class, did my homework, and fought with the internet and the printer, but now I get to go chill with my friend and watch some movies, which is awesome. Not every day gets to be awesome, especially with where I am in life, but at least most days get to have a little awesome. So, for now, I'm done with the dull, and time for awesome. Thanks to my less than awesome roommates for the quote to ponder, and thanks to Steve Jobs for saying the quote to begin with. May he rest in peace. And, thanks to my friends for being made of awesome.